India and China have been locked in a border dispute since April, when rival soldiers were engaged in skirmishes at several points on their mountain border. The two nuclear-armed Asian neighbors share a 3,500-kilometer (2,100-mile) unmarked border through the Himalayas. But an uneasy peace has held since the two countries signed a truce following a war in 1962. On June 15, the border peace was broken following deadly clashes between Indian and Chinese soldiers in Galwan Valley in India's Ladakh region. At least 20 Indian soldiers died in pitched hand-to-hand combat involving clubs and rocks. Since then, thousands of soldiers have been deployed on both sides of the de facto border, known as the Line of Actual Control (LAC), with experts concerned tensions might lead to an unintentional war. Here are 7 maps to help you understand the situation on the ground and what is at stake. World's longest disputed border. India and China share the longest disputed border in the world, but no bullet was fired in nearly 50 years until the June 15 incident. Both countries claim vast swaths of each other's territory along the Himalayan frontier, with the border problems rooted in the demarcation of boundaries by British colonial rulers. The border can be grouped into 3 different sectors: the eastern, central and western. Beijing has never recognized the 1914 border drawn by British officer Henry McMahon. China currently claims 90,000 square kilometers (34,750 square miles) of territory, nearly all of which constitutes India's Arunachal Pradesh state. Beijing shows it as southern Tibet in its map. On the other hand, India claims 38,000 square kilometers (15,000 square miles) of land currently under Chinese control, which includes Aksai Chin Plateau near the Ladakh region, highest border region on Earth at an altitude of 6,500 meters (21,000 feet) above sea level. The India-China border region is known for its complex winding roads, harsh Himalayan terrain and sub-zero temperatures. Special breathing equipment is required to access some of the border posts. India and China have mostly avoided border clashes since the 1962 truce. Border protocols agreed after several rounds of talks since the late 1980s have largely prevented violence except for episodic border standoffs. In 1962, the two sides fought a 4-week war over a border dispute that left thousands dead on the Indian side. Beijing retained Aksai Chin, a strategic corridor linking Tibet to western China. The war ended with a truce and the formation of the de facto boundary, known as the LAC. In 1962, the two sides fought a 4-week war over a border dispute that left thousands dead on the Indian side. Beijing retained Aksai Chin, a strategic corridor linking Tibet to western China. The war ended with a truce and the formation of the de facto boundary, known as the LAC. This skirmish was the last time shots were officially reported to have been fired across the disputed border. 4 Indian soldiers were ambushed and killed along the dividing line in Arunachal Pradesh. New Delhi blamed Beijing for crossing into Indian territory, a claim dismissed by China. India and China had a month-long high-altitude standoff in Baton-Stoklam region after the Indian Army sent troops to stop China from constructing a road in the area. The Doklam Plateau is strategically significant as it gives China access to the so-called Chicken's Neck, a thin strip of land connecting India's northeastern states with the rest of the country. It is claimed by both China and Bhutan, an ally of India. The issue was resolved after talks. On June 15, tensions led to hand-to-hand combat that killed 20 and wounded 76 Indian soldiers. The clash followed weeks of low-level tensions after several Indian and Chinese soldiers were injured in high-altitude fistfights on the border in Sikkim state in early May. Within days, said Indian officials, Chinese troops encroached across the demarcation line further west in Ladakh region, and India then moved in extra troops to opposite positions.